Yo, it's Bader. Oh man, first video from this location. I've been complaining on my last couple of videos, and I haven't been doing very many as of late. But I have no space. My son had moved into my what was going to be my baseball card room, and he's been here for like 4 months. He's just moved out, so now I got the space back. So, yay! Here I am. Brought my sets. I'm still moving stuff over. When I get all done, I'll do a little show around. But I wanted to talk about finding vintage lots is what I'd like to talk about because I've been having a really hard time finding vintage as of late, and I've been trying to do it a bit on a budget. And I like buying lots. I'll give a comment to two YouTubers that I really like. One is Geez Mikey, is the one that I gravitate towards watching for set collecting. I like that he collects sets. I'm a kind of an eclectic collector. I have a really broad range of interests. One of them is set collecting, and I like what he does over there. And he's been commenting that it's hard to find good lots right now. Is what it feels like. It's gotten a lot more expensive, and you don't find as many of the finding really good scores as of late. Now, on the other hand, there's another collector that I really like his show. There's aspects to his collecting that's very similar to mine. The Redneck Collector. He's had a couple pickups where I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm super happy for him. And I love him showing them, but I was like, dude, you're finding some, like, how, you must have some, like, ninja abilities in this. But he's got the, and look at this, if you haven't seen it, the Redneck Grail Collection. He's got, I believe it's 2 parts or 3 parts videos, and he says how much he got them for. He shows them after, and I'm just like, dude, that is a once in a lifetime, twice in a lifetime find kind of thing where he just scores. But it seems like every couple weeks he finds another lot that is just like a hidden gem. One of his last ones, he found a 73 tops alkaline that has the Band-Aid still on it, and there's only like 60 or 70 of those out there or something like that, and he found it in there and averaged it like $1 a card that he got on that lot. So check that out, it's awesome. Anyways, I'm having a hard time finding lots, and I find myself compromising a bit. I've gone to one of my local card shops, and each time I go there, it's just the prices on vintage just keeps going up and up. And I'm talking about like stuff where I'm like, hey, you know what, creases and stuff, I'm okay. I just want to complete sets, and the prices that are being asked are like triple of what I feel like they should be. And if I feel like that's too expensive, I just need to sit there and look and go, if that's what the market is, I just need to chillax and just go, that's what it is. That's not worth it to me right now. I did go to a card show this last weekend, and I traveled 20 miles, or I mean 20 miles, holy cows, like almost 2 hours to get down there, and super disappointed. I kind of expected it's going to be lots of Pokemon, lots of modern, but there wasn't one vintage card dealer, and I found only one guy, and I bought the whole stack of them. He had a box of modern, and in there you could see this little stack, and here it is, and it's rough. I'll try to hold this, but you can see that, like how warped they are, and they all came out of scrapbooks. And I was perusing through them after doing a whole tour. It's the only vintage stuff that I could find in that whole place, other than a couple slabbed cards that were everything seemed to be about twice as expensive as what I thought it would be. And everything on this lot came out of scrapbooks. So we've got lots of back damage, and it's all looks like they were put into notebooks. So everything's like that. So I said, how much did you want for the lot? And he said, how does $8 sound? So I went through a bunch of other cards, and I think I spent $15 with them total on other stuff. And there was only 2 cards that I didn't have. And there's a Ted Kluszewski from the 60 tops, and this is Warren Spahn is in here. So I didn't have those 2, but I bring my binder to see which cards I don't have when I go. I didn't even bother looking. I just saw a whole stack, and I was like, you know, I will, because I have probably a dozen of the 60 Fleers cards. And again, these are all out of scrapbooks. And sometimes out of scrapbook cards, there'll be really beautiful cards. It's just back damage. That's not the case. I mean, some of these really are, you know, like warp, crease, and paper loss. Here's a decent looking Jimmy Fox that's warped, but then massive paper loss on the back. But I'm kind of like, I love looking at these cards. It's $8, you know, for all of these. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be down with that. And I'm going to do something that's a little controversial with some people. And I'm like, I really don't care. I totally get some people think it's totally fine doing. Other people think that's sacrilegious. But I'm actually going to try, never done it. I'm going to soak a lot of these cards because I want the paper off the back and I want to put them in my binders and fill sets, and I don't want to look at it and go, yuck. So I don't know how some people, you know, let me leave a comment if you think like that's a horrible thing to do. I don't. I'm like, somebody at one time altered these cards and put a bunch of crap on the back so that they could see it the way they wanted to in a scrapbook, because that was the tech they had at the time. Now the tech I have is binders with slots, and I'm going to alter them again so that they look better in there. But there's a couple cool things. I got Walter Johnson in there, Chuck Klein. I guess there's nothing of great appeal, but I'll give you a couple of highlights of the Topps cards. Oh, here's a Christy Mathewson. That's cool. And who knows? That might be, I don't know if that's just some kind of flour and water paste or what. So who knows? They are pretty beat to smithereens, so I can't see if I can make them any worse. Here's a couple All-Star cards from 59. I happen to have them both already. But I would say the coolest card right here, which I do already have, is Richie Ashburn and Willie Mays. That's a pretty cool card. So I don't know what you think there. $8 for a bunch of vintage with paste all over them. There's a couple high series cards on there, and I've said this before, and one person commented, "Oh, great, I didn't know that." If you like 59s, if the back is in black on the back corner, the black corner, that is a high series number. Everything else is green. If it's green, it is not high series, like there's a green. So I'm going to work on that project. So that's what I'd gotten from that show. I love being able to do these videos and just card after card after card I got at a pickup, but I'm like, ain't happening for this one. I will show the other cards that I got. So with that one, I think it was $15. I do very little with Modern. I just didn't want to break a 20 or something. I got a Burt Blyleven card with a swatch on it. I was like, what the hell? It's not normally my thing, but there was 3 cards where I just go, I thought they looked cool. I have no idea about any of this stuff, but of course I love the 74 Hank Aaron. That looks like that card. I thought that was awesome. It just reminded me of that. Here we've got the Aaron Judge and a Mike Trout. I love the 56 design. We here in Seattle Nation up here, this guy is being a big deal this year. I got these and picked this up. I'm going to send one to my best friend in Montana. He really likes Cal. And then I would say my favorite person on the Mariners right now, and I was able to pick up his rookie, is George Kirby. I just love that he does not walk people. He throws strikes all day long. I love that. So I enjoy watching him. So I got those. So all those cards together, they were $15. And then the only other thing I bought was this. There's a gentleman sitting there all day, just taking cards, putting them in sleeves, going like this and putting them in a box. He does that like 10 hours straight, and I think he does it the day before and everything else. And these are 6 for $1. So I spent $5 here, and let's see what we got. If you're a vintage guy, these aren't going to matter as much, but this is my eclectic style here. I love Kirby Puckett. The Score Masters cards are absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful set. I've probably got 30 of those, but for 20 cents, I'll pick it up again. I've got 2 Drake's cards from 85 of 2 very good players, Tony Gwynn and Mike Schmidt. They were minty nice, and I don't see them all the time. They're not uncommon, but I love them. Will Clark, I've been seeing some of his videos on YouTube. I've really been liking watching those. And he was a great ball player, good baseball man. And here's his rookies, 20 cents each. I think I already had the tops, but I was like, I'll grab another one. I didn't have his KB Toys rookie on that one. I have the Barry Bonds. And there's also a Bo Jackson. Andres Galarraga, I couldn't remember if I had it or not, so I grabbed it anyway. This one I did not have, Kenny Lofton. I did not have his Upper Deck rookie. I don't know why I did this. I went there twice. I grabbed more Will Clark rookies. John Crook, just all that salt embedded in his hat. I did not have that one in my rookie box. I did not have this Donruss rookies either. And these, I got a little bit confused. I think, I'm not sure, but on the back these say no professional experience yet. So we got Brian Jordan. And I remember these 92 Bowmans were kind of hard, kind of spendy. And I think that these are their rookies. I can't remember if they had a 91. I'm pretty sure Brett Boone had a 91. But even if that's his rookie, this is probably the better card. So got those. I always liked that card as a kid. It's got absolutely no value other than it's awesome. Benito Santiago's rated rookie. He'd throw people out from his knees. Got a John Crook Donruss rookie. I know you vintage guys, I've already lost you. It's okay. The Old Man. All three of his rookies. I don't think I had any of these in my rookie boxes. We got Jamie Moyers, his Topps, Donruss, and Fleer rookies there. David Cone, who I think is so underrated. I got his rookie. I already had that. But why not get another one? John Franco. Not to be confused for Julio Franco. I'm going to give you a little tidbit on Julio. Right now, there's believed to be about 9 guys ever in the history of baseball that have had 4,000 career hits playing professional baseball. Not Major League, but professional. Julio's one of those guys. Come on, 20 cents for the rookie card of a guy who's had 4,000 professional base hits? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? All right, that's it. I'm just excited about getting my new space, showing my cards from a card show. It's been lackluster. If you guys have, I want to hear people who are like, hey, this is what I do for finding used, older vintage lots, man, because it's been tough. And I want to buy less of this. And I want to get more this. All right, I'll do another video after I soak those cards and see if I just turn them into paper mache or it actually, made them better looking. We'll see what we got. All right, that's it for today. Bitter out.